Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual chapter for, oh my gosh, January 2026, our first meeting of the year. It is so good to be back here with you all. I am one of your co-hosts, Michael Watson, and I'm here with my lovely friend.
Hi there. I'm Karen Hand. It's so good to see y'all tonight.
Yeah. And it's great to see you too, Karen, all the way from Chicago. So, as
The
we
home of the Chicago Bears, might want to point out. I just want to say the home of the Chicago Bears, the winning Chicago Bears, the on their way to the Super Bowl Chicago Bears, and I'll stop now.
The Chicago Bears. That's exactly right. The Bears. We love the Bears. So great. And being a fan of wildlife anyway, it's altogether appropriate. So yeah, cool. And what do I got to tell you guys? I want to tell you that we have a very special evening for you. And I do want to begin by letting you know that if you are watching this video or if you are here with us live this evening, we're going to be taking up an hour and a half of your time, but we validate. All you need to do is to contact IACT or IMDHA or ICBCH or the IHS. Am I saying it right? Shelley?
IHF and
You know,
NGH, they'll all give you,
all of these friendly organizations will give you credit, CEUs, towards your annual CEU requirements. And by the way, Barbara and everybody, by the way, so Barbara was in the class this weekend, and I was pointing out the other folks here that were in a class. You get all of those hours as well, so be sure and claim them. Just go onto the website and in your profile, it asks what have you done for CEUs. So go ahead and do that. But do it for being here with us. And I can't think of anything else I need to tell you about that. So we can get right into the announcements. This is step number 2 for the evening. Some cool things coming up. You got anything left in January, Karen?
absolutely. You just mentioned ICBCH, the virtual ICBCH conference is January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I'll be teaching a couple of things at that conference. A template for foolproof script writing, and that'll be one class, and another will be on the responsibility of hypnotists, boundaries for hypnotists, our responsibility and our client's responsibility. So those are the things I'm teaching, but the whole weekend is full of amazing teachers. So you still have time to join us. I don't have the link off the top of my head, but I'll try to remember to put it in the chat a little bit later where you can go to find information. If you don't, pull it out of the chat. Remember ICBCH because those letters are so easy to just roll right off the tongue and remember.
There you go.
And join us on that weekend.
Exactly right. So great. And it's an online weekend, you said, is that right?
It is. It's virtual. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so coming up in February is February 21st and 22nd is the February Galaxy of the Stars. The Galaxy of the Stars is something that we do twice a year. And it's such a special weekend because unlike the usual conference styles where you have a whole lot of people doing 1 hour and 1 hour and 1 hour talks, what we have is we have 4 presenters over the course of 2 days, and each of them has a half of a full training day, 3.5 hour presentations on their topics. And this time around, the theme of the galaxy is the new or next generations, because that just seems to go along with all that great space stuff. So we started out with James Tripp. Some of you might know about him. He's the creator of a school called Hypnosis Without Trance, and he's developed his work on and incorporated some of the great stuff of Clean Language and David Grove and some other people that you may know a little bit about. He's really going to show you how to use this stuff in your practice. So that will be there. Michael Harris, who has recently written a lovely book about Ericksonian hypnosis that captures, at least for me, it's one of those things that it isn't just the words that you read, it's the way in which they are written, the way in which they move you that allows you to sort of grok something about the spirit of Erickson's work. And so I think he's really tremendous about that. And he's going to do a segment. We have a lady named Annette Dubril. She is a Canadian woman who runs the Focusing Institute, which continues the work of Gene Gendlin, some of you might know about, who back in the 70s originated this thing called focusing. It sort of developed about the same time as NLP did, right alongside it, and I think with some interesting shared antecedents. So it's really kind of cool. Now she runs these great focusing groups. There's a focusing group on anxiety and a focusing group on self-esteem and all these different things, and it's really a fascinating way of working. So you're going to get to meet her, and she's going to share her processes with us as well. All these things that you can add to your practice. It's just amazing. And then last in the weekend will be Dale Turnbull, and he's doing stories that shape perspectives, and it's about the use of metaphor, of course, in order to change people's experience and to elicit metaphor, of course, from your clients as well in terms of how it is that they view and understand the world and work with that. So wonderful stuff. Just seems like one of the best collections I can put together, and it's such a deal. It's $109 if you register before the 21st of February. It goes up to $139 after that. So I said 21st of February. I lied. I mean the 21st of January. That's the early registration deadline. The program itself is on February 21st and 22nd. So after January 21st, the price goes up to $139. We do hope you'll come. It's open to everybody, whether you're in IACT or whether you're not in IACT and all of that. And come and join us. So what else do we got? Karen, there's this conference coming up in a little while. You got something else before then?
I do not. That's what I was going to say. You were talking about IACT IMDHA Hypno Expos on the way, May 1st through 3rd.
May 1st through 3rd. So may you come to the Hypno Expo here in Orlando. It's going to be lovely. I mean, look, I don't know where you all are at, but honestly, I come from Chicago, originally and back in the day, and I know what January can be like, and I know what February can be like, and I know what March can be like. But hey, the 1st of May in Orlando is just spectacular. So we hope you'll join us. We're staying at a lovely resort setting, and we've got all kinds of great programs and things. So and before that, just so you can anticipate it, on Monday evenings, the Monday evenings of March, Karen and I are going to be hosting right here on this same bat channel, but on Monday evenings, the people that are doing full day presentations and programs before and after the conference. So the pre and post conference presenters. And so you'll get to hear from some great people as well. And those programs are an hour, an hour each of those Monday evenings. And it's a half hour for each of the presenters. So you'll get to hear from two different people each time. So we hope you'll join us for that as well. Oh my gosh, Karen, there is so much for people to do.
That's right. That's right. I don't think we have anything between IACT and Hypno Thoughts, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Make sure that you put on your calendar Hypno Thoughts in July. That's July 17th through 19th. We'll talk more about that as we get later into the year, but it's a phenomenal conference. I've got a post-conference workshop there, by the way, The Magic of Cinema and how hypnotic that is, how to use the magic of cinema in your own sessions with your clients. So cinematic hypnosis. That'll be fun. And then in October, there's always the Mid-America Hypnosis Conference, third weekend in October. And the weekend after that, I'll be in Toronto, Canada as the keynote speaker for the Canadian conference. So put that on your calendar if you can. That'll be 23rd, 24th, and 25th of October. And yes, I'm looking forward to going to Canada for many reasons.
Yes. Yeah, you just might stay visiting the 51st state. Yeah. Well, listen, I also want to mention, and I spaced it a minute ago, but there is something else before the conference, and that is in March. If any of you have an interest in becoming certified as a master trainer and authorized to certify people in hypnosis through IACT and or IMDHA, the Certified Master Trainer program is the 18th through the 22nd of March. It's 5 consecutive day program, and that one is all online. We used to do that at the conference, but it ended up making the conference an 8 day affair for a whole lot of people. So we do it a little bit earlier. So the 18th to the 22nd, certified master trainer training, and you can find out more information, of course, about that from IACT and IMDHA at their website. And I'll post some things in the group as well, the Facebook group for this for the virtual chapter. There we are. Okay,
Right.
so we ready for today's topic?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Go
So,
ahead.
John Lennon said it best. He said, "You say you want a resolution. Well, we all want to change our heads, right? So the beginning of every year, January 1st, New Year's resolutions. I'm interested in talking about that. And Karen and I were talking on the phone the other day. She had some wonderful things to say. So I'm going to hand this off to you for a bit here, Karen, and
I'm
sort of
curious, who here
interrupt.
made a resolution for the new year? Show of hands. Did anybody make resolutions for the new year? Look at this group of hypnotists all saying no. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Thank God our clients do, though, and need us to help them reach them. When I talk to my clients about resolutions, I love to talk to them about they are already utilizing, they've already convinced themselves, they've already placed themselves in the trance of whatever solution they are using for their life already. Whatever they're doing already is the solution they have already come up with for whatever they're doing. So if they want something different, they are looking for a solution. That is a resolution. They're looking for a new way to solve that old problem. And wouldn't it be nice for us to break that down with our clients and find out whatever it is they want to change, what is that being done to solve? What is that thing that you want to change? What is it already doing for you? You know what? If it wasn't doing something for them, they'd have gotten rid of it already. Diapers aren't doing anything for most of us. We've gotten rid of those. Nobody's drinking out of a baby bottle. I don't know about, New Year's, that kind of bottle, but nobody's drinking out of a baby bottle anymore. We gave that up, right? So when things aren't useful to us anymore, we don't have any problem giving them up. So if somebody wants to make a change and it's problematic, one of the things I think we need to look for and help them look for is what is that a solution for already? What is that already doing for you? And when we really drill down on what that solution is doing for them, we know the magic answer. Do anything else. If you do anything else, you will at least get a different result. It may not be necessarily yet the result exactly that you want, but if you do anything else, you will instantly at least get a different result. And then you can titrate that to get someplace. Now, as we're working with clients for change, I found an interesting thing when I ran a huge hypnosis center back in 2005 to 2010. It baffled me that January was not always our biggest month. You would think everybody's making change in January. They're all looking for a resolution to something. But what we discovered was January, toward the end of January, things started picking up. February, things picked up. But March was always our blockbuster month. And what we discovered about human nature at the time was that January 1st came along and people thought, man, this year I'm going to do it. I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to quit smoking. Man, I'm going to do it. They joined Weight Watchers. They joined all sorts of stuff. And about January 15th, they had that cigarette, they had another drink, they had the piece of cake. Oh my God. And January started moving on, and some of the old habits started creeping back in, and that all or nothing thinking wasn't working for them anymore. February became an, oh my God, what am I going to do? And they started looking for real help that would help them change. And it was interesting to me that human nature and that kind of thinking tended to make our business, without even any promotion, though we did lots of promotion and marketing and that kind of thing, but without any, March was our biggest month. because that's when people got to the point that I cannot do this on my own. I'm going to need some assistance. And we're ready to actually seek out help. That is the best news for a hypnotist because we really can't go out on the street and hijack them and make them change. We have to wait till they're ready to change and then call us for help. So this year, January 1st, was a very interesting time to start a change. January 1st was such a weird day. Humans, no other animals or anything else on the planet, but humans have this time construct where we start something on the first of the month, the first of the week, the first of, the season, the first of the year. And oh my God, the first of the year, the first of the month this year fell on a Thursday? Nobody starts anything new on a Thursday. You wait till after the weekend, have a good time, and start it like a normal person on Monday. Boy, was January 1st this year kind of a quandary because it just didn't align with the human construct of time. And again, if we talk to our clients about that, we can let them know this may be why it has been a little bit more difficult for you to jump on board, to get on board, or to come around to it. So you had a delay. So you learned something important about reality. Humans make shit up. And we make this time thing up. And so now that you know that, you can make up any time that is appropriate for you to start doing what it is you really want to do now. Let's say that you didn't put it off. Let's say that you didn't miss your opportunity. Let's say you put it on pause until the time was right for you. Boy, is the pause ever a great technique for you to use to make a change. Pause. Just pause. That's all you have to do. Just pause. You want to have a new dietary plan? Put that next snack on pause. Put seconds on pause. Put that next cigarette on pause. And then pause the next one. And then pause the next one. You know what pause does to the mind? It's not quite as final as quit. It's not quite as final as you can't have the cake. I'm just going to put that piece of cake off for a minute. It's a mind game. Boy, time is a mind game. All of this stuff, they're just mind games. So when we help our clients mind game themselves into the desire that they want, we've really hypnotized them to change and made it easy for them because now they've gamified it or they're playing a game. They just put it on pause. Now, that's not the only thing that we do to help our clients. I'm just saying that those are the games that we can play with our clients that take the focus off of food or off of cigarettes or off of whatever and put it on something that they can actually do, take action on, and take the focus off of what they are wanting to take the focus off of. Take the focus off of food and just pause it for a moment. If I want to use the pause technique with my clients, I'll ask them first, hey, are you any good at procrastination? Anybody here in the room any good at all at procrastination? Oh man, yes, look at the hands going up. Since you're already so good at that skill, let's use that wonderful skill in this way that will help you move this along. We're going to procrastinate off that next snack. We're going to put it on pause. And I know you can do it because you just told me you're really good at procrastination. You already know how to do it. Let's use that now for good. Those are the mind games I like to play with my clients. And when I point out sometimes in kind of a comical way or humorous way or funny way that we're just playing games in our mind anyway, look how easy change can be. When we talk about change, I like to point out to my clients, change is the easiest thing we do every day. We change all day long. We change lanes, we change our minds, we change our opinions. Oh my God, you changed your underwear today, right? And you change your socks too. Change is the easiest thing we can do. So stop telling yourself it's hard and allow yourself to ease into the change you want to make. Michael, I know that you wanted to input some things here, and I'm sorry I took so much time, but man, I got on a roll. What can I tell you? Oh, you're muted, my friend.
Well, that's appropriate. No, that was a lovely. That was lovely. So don't apologize. I loved all of it. As a matter of fact, there's something I'm curious about that you said, and it just made me wonder. And it doesn't. I understand the statistics that you got, and you saw March, bigger enrollment and stuff. I'm also a little curious if there isn't some kind of an unconscious it's springtime and that's when change occurs more naturally and in the somehow in our ancient history as well simulating that's just really a cool discovery. The other thing that I loved, my great friend, is every time you said pause you went like this. And I thought like little puppy paws or or maybe bear paws, I don't know. But it provided such a great anchor for me that now as I just sort of think about going through the day and deferring, if you will, certain things that are worth deferring, that I have a feeling that mentally, if you see me, whether it'll be big enough to be discernible consciously or not, that my hand is going to go like this. you know,
What a fun anchor.
yeah. I do have one thing that I'd love to add that should just take a second here, and that is that somewhere back in the very early days of NLP, and by the way, the couple folks that were in my class, Karen and Barbara, this weekend probably heard me say this already, but in the early descriptions of NLP, people were asking Bandler and Grinder, "What are you up to? What are you up to?" And it was about creating a methodology to accomplish change or to achieve results. Really, would be another way to say it. And so somebody asked them, well, is there in fact a methodology? And now this is my Monty Python version of John Grinder's answer. He said, yes, there are 4 steps to any change process. This isn't the meta pattern. That's another thing, by the way. But yeah, there are 4 steps to any process of change. The first thing that you have to do is start, which, by the way, takes quite a while for some folks. You might notice, given what we just said. The second thing that you have to do is to go till you're done. The third thing that you have to do is stop. And the fourth thing, because this is the Monty Python version, is nothing because there is no fourth thing. But start, go till you're done, and stop. And the go till you're done stop is about being guided by the feedback that you get along the way. And it's how we do everything. The things that are effortless to us, washing the dishes, for example, you start, you sort of deal with what comes up as it comes up, and you continue until the process is completed. Somehow or another, when it comes to these big goals and stuff that we have for ourselves, we get, I guess, overwhelmed unnecessarily because it's the same simple process that is involved in everything that you do in the world. So how lovely. Start, go till you're done, stop, and nothing, just out of respect for Mighty Python. So there we are. Welcome to 2026, everybody. It's going to be great whenever you start stopping or stop, whichever. We wish you all well and a joyous and happy new year. So, wow. Anything else, Karen?
I don't have anything else, but I do want to tell you, I'm very excited about tonight's presentation. I just can't wait. Even though I was a little under the weather, man, I wasn't missing this for anything in the world.
Lovely. Well, and you're really, oops, I'm blurry.
You
This
are.
this really is a new thing with my camera, by the way, and I keep saying it's just that I'm a little under the weather myself. See, and sometimes I'm clearer than I am other times, just like everyone. But I'll fix that in a minute. I just want to say, first of all, I am really excited tonight, Karen, too. I am so excited that I just can't hide it. And we're going to have a lovely presentation here from Liana. Liana, Liana, you got to forgive me. I'm not going to say your second name wrong. So please take care of that when we get your mic open. But Liana Soria, she is a psychic guide. She's an energy healer, a shaman, a spirit channel, and a past life hypnotherapist. She's got a whole lot of great experience, but even more than that, she's a CMT, by the way, I might mention. She has just got this wonderful spirit. And my experience of her, whenever I am around her, is that there is some gentleness and wisdom and real strength all at the same time in there. So I'm really looking forward to this. I just want to point out, Liana, that this lake behind me, and I might have mentioned it before, but this lake behind me is actually on a Ojibwa reservation in northern Wisconsin, and it's native land, and it just seems to me to be the right place to be for having our visit with you. So welcome. Please unmute your microphone so we can chat. Because the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how the heck did you get into this hypnotic shamanism?
Thank you so much for that introduction too, Michael, Karen. Thank you very, very much. I'm as excited or more so to be here and to get to be with all of you today. And thanks for bringing up the lake and nature. That I want to talk about nature. And I was going to tell those of you, I remember, if any of you have worked with Lynn Whitmire in San Diego, California, she was my IACT trainer. And it was that interesting year, 2012. And it pulls at you, right? You want to do this thing. And, we all have our various reasons, but there's a helping people thing. And so I was in my hypnotherapist certification, the first one. And I couldn't also stop this pull towards the shamanism. And they felt really different. The classes were really different. The training content was really different. But it was concurrent. 2012 and 2013, I was spending a lot of time taking a deep dive into studying hypnosis and studying shamanism however I could. There's not a lot of training out there for it. But I did them in San Diego, California, starting in the same spot. The first hypnosis training and the first shaman training I took were in California down there.
Well, it's quite a journey that you have been on. First, help me with the name, okay? Because
Are we going to do this?
yeah,
Okay. And hey, do you
it.
have these where you are? If I go into like a world market or a health food store, there's these like tortilla chips and things that's Mexican and it has XOCHITL and then underneath it says SO and then hyphen Cheel CHEEL. It's Xochitl.
Social.
Yep. Not everybody says the ending sound, so you're gonna see a lot of Sochi.
And is it Aztec or
It's an Aztec language, yes, absolutely. Kind of common, actually. Now, maybe I'm being a California person, Southern California and Mexico are here, but a lot of women have it for their first name. And so you go to the store and it says, "Hello, my name is," and we're like, "Oh, yeah, it's everywhere around here."
so here you are, and I really have an appreciation for what you said a minute ago because I have similar experiences in my own life when I was transitioning from my pre-hypnosis days to my hypnosis world that I'm in as well. Is that you've got, on the one hand, this interest in hypnosis, right, and pursuing it, and this calling or this spirit or whatever. I mean, I might be imposing, so be careful if I'm saying this the wrong way, but something drawing you towards this shamanic expression as well. And I'm just willing to bet you that what we do with the human psyche and experience is figure out how the things that are going on within us integrate with one another and connect with one another.
Right,
So
right.
let us know about that, and wherever you want to take us. I'm going to just relax and I might just chime in once in a while if you know, if I'm moved. But I also want to give you all the space you need to share what you can with us.
I like the questions. It actually helps me. And I'd
Oh,
actually appreciate that from anybody that has a question or something's unclear. I like that she just came in and it says how to say the name. We should put that. I'll put it on mine next to. But let's talk about for you guys, because I realize I'm usually teaching maybe other shamanic practitioners, and that'll be my usual student for this content. And you guys are special to me because you're my cohort of hypnotists, and so I want to talk to you as a healer, of a healer and a helper. You're driven to be that, or you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't do this work. And so if we're talking about shamanism, and I will define my terms, I promise, but we all know kind of what that means already, and we're just using that word as English. In shamanism, you could come at it from two different ways: as a healer, as a hypnotherapist, as a helper of other types that you might have. You could guide somebody else through this process, but it requires a bit of specialist training. But you could get some information for another person this way, the way that we're going to use with the drumming and the trance work and the journey work that we're doing today. But primarily, I'm speaking to you in the second way, which in a way that you might do self hypnosis or some self healing. I want to show you this stuff today so that you can experience it for yourself, and then you, as a healed, stronger version of yourself, go forward and do what you do. So I just wanted to explain my angle first. Because
I
it is a
didn't
little
know.
strange. They're strange bedfellows, right? That we put these two things together, and I'm telling you they're the same, and I promise I'll show you something there.
I did mean to tell them when I was introducing you that, in fact, I have in my notes here that, well, that you're going to take us on an experiential journey. And I am so excited because of that. Where I live, I have to tell you, where I live here in Orlando, Florida, if you want to go on a journey, you have to usually stand in a line, for about an hour and a half before they open the gate and let you in. Whereas everybody has almost immediate access to the track that you're going to take us on. So that's what is so cool to me. And I can hardly wait.
Okay. Was that a Disney World reference? Did I get that?
Yeah. Oh,
Got
yeah,
it.
it was a Disney World
Okay.
reference. I'm sorry. This is an e-ticket attraction.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is. And you know how the movie's never as good as the book kind of thing? I feel like this will apply to these journeys as well because it's a journey of consciousness and it's going to be a fantastic ride in the space of your own head. Yes.
What I really
Um,
appreciate about these things is that, as I mentioned Michael Harris's book, for instance, when we were talking about the galaxy of the stars, is that there are sort of two levels on which we learn things, and so many of the models are somebody is going to sit in front of us and say a bunch of stuff to us, and we're going to try to remember it all and write it down, and like that. And that's useful for a part of our brain, and helps us maintain some things that we need. But then there's that other experience. It's what I think about the best Ericksonian hypnotists that I know. People like Stephen Gilligan, for example. What I would say about him is it wasn't the words and the teaching that Milton gave him directly, but it was rather that experience of being engaged that gave him what I would call the transmission. I think when I looked at Michael Harris's book, there was a felt sense that came that was much more useful than any data that I might have read somewhere. And so the same thing here. There's a lot to say about shamanism and about cultures and about all of that. But then, but then there's the experiencing of things that teaches us in a different way.
that one. I don't remember who said this, but it's that quote of people will maybe forget what you said, but they'll never forget the way that you made them feel. This is a powerful feeling, and it's really a powerful self-revelation for a lot of us, or it teaches us what's possible. A lot of times people will respond even just to the drumming And I don't know how much of that is cellular memory. I do a lot of past life work, and it can be, soul memory, but it might just be your ancient mammal body. We like the drums. We like drumming around a fire. We like moving and drumming and toning around the fire better than anything else. And it's trance-inducing, which is what we're working with, right? So I did want to just start with how, for us as healers, how can you use this? And I'm going to advocate for you. I'm going to say, just for you today. Don't worry about how this applies to you helping clients, but you as a human being. What might this do for you so that you are a well and grounded and confident healer? Because that's what it's done for me. The shamanism has added a foundation to what I do, where normally my earth personality, I might be a little shy or a little scatterbrained and not confident to go out in front of somebody else and say, hey, I've got something really cool. Come here, I'm going to show you, and move into that role of teacher. But give me a couple power animals, journeys to my truth to show me. I'll take an open-ended shamanic journey regularly year after year and say, I'm ready to know more about who I really am, what I'm doing, show me. And then that journey of consciousness, we keep talking about that, but it is, you're going somewhere, you feel like you're going somewhere, you see that you're going somewhere, and where you end up at the destination are the answers to your questions. So you can see already, I'm sure, how this is maybe tying into your interest in hypnosis or how our minds work. I like that. So I'm going to give you a couple of working definitions, because I also want to make sure that you understand that this kind of shamanic episode or study or experience is for everybody. It's for any human on earth that feels like doing this process. It's appropriate to you. And my working definitions will show you why that is. And if you had questions beyond that, I'd be happy to hear them. But there's things that shamans are known for, and this will vary with different people and groups, of course. But they're the helpers, right? You might use a different term. There might be a different word, but the word is something along the lines of a medicine man, a medicine woman, the wise man, some kind of helper and healer. The word shaman translates generally to one who sees in the dark. I like that one. I've got two definitions, two easy working definitions. This one who sees in the dark, is that word we use in English, shaman, which is actually from the Tungusic people in Siberia. So we're using, English is a hodgepodge, right? We borrow words. The word shaman is Tungusic, 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 Siberian. But that language somehow could translate into something like that in a lot of different languages, right? And so we're not going to do anything today that is tribal specific or belongs to any nationality or race, a people, a continent, or location. No, this is earth stuff. And so I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. And we even have our linguistics. So besides one who sees in the dark, the other definition is one who moves through unseen realms. So one who moves through unseen realms. And I like that one, and it applies to all of you as hypnotists and receivers of hypnosis, by the way. One who moves through unseen realms. And so this could be even along the lines of, you're doing psychopomp work or something. And I feel like this might show off vocabulary word. Psychopomp is guiding souls, or the conductor of souls. And one of the things you can do in shamanism is help people cross over from being alive to moving through the death process and crossing over. a death doula kind of job would be very shamanic. And it's helped if you can move through unseen realms in that way. Oh, I have help. The quote that I mentioned about being remembered is Maya Angelou, and I would like to give her that credit. I appreciate that. They'll remember how you made them feel. Thank you for that. Give credit where credit's due. And so this idea of moving through unseen realms is you're going to go somehow. Psychopomp isn't just souls, but it can be that moving between realms or going to the other side and back like a psychic medium might. But you're moving through those realms. Why? And in service of others, we do it to retrieve some kind of energy or medicine, or a lot of times information. So you can move through realms because you practice, because you got good at it, and you get the answer for the person that they need because they have a problem with their mind, they have a problem with their health. The shaman helps another person to know what to do. So for you today, I don't really want you to focus on a problem, but I'd be interested in if you're open to receiving some kind of energy or information that you truly need more than anything else in the world. And it's kind of cool because you don't need to know that you need it. You don't need to know what it is. It can be open-ended. If you want to be more specific, go by any means. But you could choose today to receive something that you need more than anything else in the world. More than anything else, what do you need today? And how's that for a medical prescription? Okay. That's what we're going to be doing today. Let me see. I don't know. I don't want to run out of time, but I thought it was kind of cool if you geek out on this kind of stuff. I like to know things. It makes me happy. But that idea of moving between realms to go and gather information and then bring it back and tell you what I got. I'm going to go to the other world and I'm going to go get your info and then I'm going to come back because you had a question and now I'm going to tell you. That figure from our history and from mythology is that figure Hermes or Mercury. There's a lot of other ones, but this is just the one you see. You see that guy Mercury, and I don't know, he's got some little outfit on, but he's got the helmet with the wings, and he has those shoes with the wings. Remember those? That's how he takes those journeys to those unseen realms and goes and gets the stuff and brings it back to you. He's the original. A version of the original psychopomp or medium or go-between. So unexpected quadrants. Now, if you see a statue or something, or you see a cartoon and you've got the things, remember he's a shaman and probably a hypnotist. Okay. And if you have questions about any of this, do you see how my working definition of one who sees in the dark and moves through unseen realms is appropriate to anybody who's curious and wishes to do so? Okay. I wanted to make sure. I want to be really good like that. We're not disrespecting anybody. And if you see that I put I put feral shaman on my name, I'm not trying to show off. I moved into the middle of the forest in the middle of nowhere and there's no people here and I'm over here talking to trees. It's true. But I was getting a lot of flack, and the internet's full of people who are very vociferous about their criticisms that I shouldn't be talking about this and I shouldn't be teaching people and I'm such a bad person. So I put a label on myself that sort of let them know, if they were curious, to give me their opinion, that I don't care. And so it just staved off a lot of trouble. Don't read too much into it. I didn't want their rules, but these are my rules. And I hope that you like them, and I hope that you feel good studying this with me. I'm going to give ourselves permission here. Okay, so let's talk about your journey. Did I talk about the trance state? I might have skipped something. Hold on, just one moment. So the way that the shaman can move through realms is being in a trance state, as you would imagine. So the trance state in this case is facilitating the ability to move through realms, and then the ability to know that information that the larger consciousness knows. We're going to go ahead and find the larger part of you, or just say the part of you. We're going to journey in consciousness to the part of you that knows the answer to maybe the question you didn't even know that you needed to ask today. All right. And the trance state, ideally, it would be kind of like a deeper guided visualization trance state that you would want. We're looking for a theta brainwave. We're looking for a theta state. And it doesn't mean that, you have to be in deep trance to do this work. A light trance feels pretty good. And you'll have aha moments and insights popping out at you right and left, like you would it with a hypnosis session. But the drum seems to facilitate staying in the theta state a little more easily. The time warp is fantastic. The loss of time, or the augmentation of our perception of time, it's pretty major with this. So I do want to say, when you're in the room, I'm going to use a recording today, but when you're in the room, and I use a pretty loud drumming, either me with my drum, I'll be loud, or I'll use a pretty loud drumming recording. So if you've ever meditated with drums blasting, it facilitates, it goes through your body and you can feel it. And so you're very much here now, right? The advice to be here now, you almost can't help it because it's drums moving through your body and the rhythm is conducive to trance. And you're not really thinking about what you needed at the grocery store, what you're going to make for dinner later kind of thing. It will really help with that. So people who aren't used to meditating, or if you're not feeling very focused, this might work when nothing else will. So I did want to mention theta brainwave state for this. And the answers that you get, the information and the answers, it still might be symbolic. You might have a symbol or an image or a picture of something, and it might take a little contemplation. But more often than not, let's say you didn't see anything and you just felt how you felt. It's similar to hypnosis, that doing the journey is healing all by itself. Very good. And we talked about that theta brainwave state. More in shamanism than anything else, you're going to feel like that waking dream. Having that waking dream experience without any, Disneyland rides or artificial substances involved. This is just you and your own consciousness retrieving some pretty beautiful information. And I mean, I can demo here. Microphone tends to be a little funny, so I'm not going to make it too loud. But just the rhythm of more or less 220 beats a minute. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be loud. But just that boom, 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 just about 220 beats a minute, more or less, is going to move through your body and be felt. And maybe if there's a visual of somebody drumming over you, be seen, and then being heard by you is really conducive to that. So if you ever do it for somebody else, they don't need to know what you're doing. They don't need to have any meditation experience. They don't have to believe that they can be hypnotized. So it's a little bit of a circumvent around things and get into the trance state for you. It might be something that you really appreciate adding to what you're doing. So now to your journey. What I'd like to do today for our time is to guide you through your journey to do a power animal retrieval for yourself. And we were talking a little bit about how this is something that people do for others. So somebody who is known to be the shamanic practitioner of a group, whether it's a friend group or a group of people someplace, they would do it for you. So I would go and get your animal and bring it back and maybe grace you with the information or not and tell you all about it as your medicine. But for us today, this is what I like to do more. I like to guide you through the process. So it's going to run along the lines as like a guided visualization, right? Guided imagery or using the drums. And I'd like to preface it with some body-mind relaxation. I know you're probably used to it, so I won't do it for too long, but I'd like to show you a body-mind relaxation process that is purposefully connecting you to nature in a really real way, something that you can feel. Hopefully it's not too subtle. I want you to feel nature around you as our sort of safety net of foundation, grounding, stability, and then feel ourselves in our own body, in our own space, really supported. And then with that connection to nature as the background of what we do, then we're going to go through the process of really riding the drum beats and riding, like riding a horse, riding the drum beats. So one of the other working definitions is that the drum is known as the shaman's horse. Have you ever heard that? The drum is the shaman's horse. And what we're going to do is find the part of ourselves that is very light and able to ride the drum beats. And so while we ride the drum beats, we have a journey in mind. And the destination of the journey is going to be, for today, an animal. I'm going to ask you to try not to think about what that animal might be, because it doesn't have to be something you like or have even seen before or know about. In shamanism, the animal has an energy and a kind of consciousness, and it's almost, it can be considered symbolic. The animal has a meaning and an energy and a consciousness. And when you go to do your animal retrieval, you go to your journey, you get your animal. When you retrieve it, you could just kind of look at it and think about it. That's okay. But what I'm going to advise you to do is take that, once we vet it, make sure it's good, make sure you want it. And then we're not messing around. You take that consciousness and that energy and that the symbolic medicine of that animal, and you go ahead and just merge yourself completely with that medicine. Changing you, now you've received whatever it is you need more than anything else in the world. And then I will be able to talk to you after our journey and ask you how you feel. Now, as always, free will here. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. You can look at it from the outside and give it a little side eye and think about it for as long as you want. Yay or nay, maybe later. I'll make sure to talk you through that. We're not always just merging willy-nilly with every old thing, but this is what we're asking for. That the animal and the medicine that comes to you today is something that you need more than anything else in all of the world. I will talk you through this. Now, I'm very much wanting you to ask any questions if you have a doubt. If you're wondering why or how or what if, I'll tell you if you're having any trouble just listening to the drums and feeling, as we do, right, in any meditation or trance state. It's enough just to feel good. And if you keep asking for it, but you don't see a lot of things or feel anything particularly concrete today, it might be better later. And it'll come to you in your dream or in bizarre synchronicities. Anybody ready for some weird synchronicities to pop up in the next 3 days? She's like, bring it. Bring me the signs and symbols and mysterious experiences. I would like to go ahead and begin then. Okay. Traditionally, we do this thing laying down. You don't have to. I'm going to sit up. And I want to make sure that you can hear me wherever you are. So as long as you're in the general vicinity of the speakers of your device, you should be good. You look good. So you're going to hear me play a little bit of quiet meditation music. I will switch to the drums. If the drums are a little quiet, don't worry too much. I will turn them up when I'm done speaking to you so that you have time to just really feel what happens. But I'm going to talk you through all the things. All right. When you are ready, it's going to start. Let me get my sounds ready while you get yourself in a comfortable physical position. Go ahead and start your own movement to move into a comfortable physical position. And those of you that are interested in details, the music that I'm putting here, the meditation music that I'm putting here at the beginning, has a little bit of isochronic tones or brain entrainment reverberation. If you listen hard, you might be able to hear it. And it is theta, brainwave frequency. And when we move to the drums will be theta, brainwave frequency. Now I'm hoping that's not too loud. I want this to be quiet, subtle background sound. Okay. Then, when you are ready to begin your journey, go ahead and start by closing your eyes. And just for these few moments here, go ahead and forget where you are, what you're supposed to be doing. Just feel your breath moving in your body. And feeling the boundary of your physical body, your skin, the ending of your physical body where the air around you begins. Allow everything beyond the boundary of your skin to dissolve away into pure, beautiful light, just full potential, only for a moment. Allow the whole world and everyone and everything in it to be pure potential. Let it dissolve away for now. And for the moment, feeling yourself the only being, all that is, the only consciousness in existence. Feel the main event of your inner universe, your breathing, your next inhale, and the exhale. And just for a few breath cycles, really feel as though you've never breathed before. This will be the first time. Take an inhale and allow the bliss and the joy and the pleasure of that to really fill you up. And again, inhale, receive pleasure, health, and healing, light and delight. Go ahead and inhale and grow yourself larger in all directions. Take up space. Good. And notice as you expand with yet another inhale. With your exhale, you can slowly come back down to what feels like a good size. Return to the earth. Feel your body touching support. Just take a moment and feel what supports your body underneath you. And wherever you're touching support, Relax down into that so much that your body's a little heavier. And go ahead and exhale and relax a little heavier into the support of what holds your body right now. Return to Earth. Feel the whole planet underneath you. Once again, you're here. The world is all around you. And you are touching support. Now I'd like for you to begin to grow some roots made of your own energy and consciousness. Roots made of light. And go ahead and grow your roots of energy down from your body, from all the places you contact support. And go ahead and see in your mind's eye your roots made of light growing down through the floor underneath you. Feel them growing down from your body. And know them. Decide that you know you are growing your roots down. And grow them just as strong as you'd like. Through the floor underneath you. Through the landscape underneath you. And deep down into Earth. And go ahead and grow your roots as powerfully down as you'd like. On a day that you need more grounding and firm support, grow them very deep. And on a day where just a little bit will do, grow them into the land that's just underneath where you are on the earth right now. Now, when you grow your roots into earth, you connect to the whole planet. Grow your roots so deep down that some of your roots go into solid rock. Good. Now grow your roots so powerfully down that as you relax your body, soften your face, relax your cheeks, allow your jaw to relax down a little more. Relax your belly. Soften your leg muscles. And as you relax a little more, notice your roots pull you down a little more insistently, more firmly towards Earth. And at a time and place where you feel you've been burdened, you've been troubled, you can lay your worries at the feet of your mother, of Mother Earth. Release your cares, your troubles, and your worries at the feet of your Mother Earth. Let anything tense or troubling or restrictive in your body mind to go down, release with an exhale, and release the tensions down and through your roots and into the stuff of your Mother Earth underneath you. And the more you relax, and the more your roots pull you down, the more you can be her child. Be the child of Mother Earth. She is your mother, and you can rest in the embrace. Continuing to allow any tension to leave your body, any what-ifs or agitated thoughts to leave your mind. I want you to feel what you are connected to the whole planet, to Earth in this way, and feel your body in this moment, an extension of the planet. And any healing that you do for yourself will heal the Earth. Healing yourself will heal the Earth. Any healing work you do in nature or on the earth will heal you. And as much as you felt yourself, your body, an extension of the planet, look at it the other way for a moment. And know that the entire planet, the living world you are connected to, is an extension of you right now. And all of that ancient stability, renewal, life, and self-healing of the planet is yours. Feel into the landscape, into the earth underneath you. Reach down with your next exhale. Good. And on an inhale, pull up all the health and healing that you could ever need from the earth up through your roots into every cell of your living body. Receive the earth healing. And as many times as you feel is good for you, release cares and worries, tension, potential illness, and old energy down into the earth with your exhales. And renewal and rejuvenation coming up into you with your inhales. Very good. And now that has been done. You're doing very well. And you can tell your body and breath to continue this healing, to continue this wonderful rejuvenation. Let it be done for you while you do other things. And bring your awareness back to feeling your breath in your body in the room and space that you're in. And feel beyond the boundary of your skin once again and around your whole physical body. Go ahead and brighten and beautify your natural energetic field that's all around you. Take a nice inhale and feel and see in your mind's eye this nice white light field of protection, of sovereignty forming all around you. And know that this is your energy field. There may not be anyone or anything in your field that you do not wish to have here now. And this is your physical body, your sovereign space. And there may not be anything coming through your field to your body and mind that you do not wish. Now, go ahead and imagine all of your ancestors, all of your angels and guides and helpers and parts of your own soul and your own consciousness coming around you. I'm beginning a sacred ceremony in order to add to your consciousness and your energetic self protections, any further needed clearings, any activations or gifts that need to come your way. You will not be alone. You will be surrounded by helpers. Allow yourself to be safe in a field of white light. Allow yourself to be blessed and loved and seen and assisted by many helpers, the parts of nature and this planet. Allow yourself to be over the earth, feeling the many agents of help who come around you now. Now let the drums, the soundings of the drum move through your body. Continue to relax and lay your worries at the feet of Mother Earth and feel the lightest parts of you. Feel the part of you that's so light that you can easily ride drum beats. Let them begin to lift you. And let yourself ride each of these drum beats up and up and up a little further. Take your time. And And slowly ride these drum beats up into open air, somewhere around you, somewhere in the air above the landscape you live on. Good. And it's enough to imagine you freed yourself and your consciousness can easily move through the intervening space. And I want you to hover over the earth, over land that's underneath you. Now, as you look towards earth at ground, I want you to imagine that somewhere deep in the earth is the animal with the animal medicine that is meant for you today. Get ready to journey to your animal. And when you've decided to do so, go down into the stuff of the earth. Easily, smoothly go into the stuff of the earth and keep going down. And let the drum beats push you down, down, down. You can easily breathe and it's easy to move, as pleasurable as a new breath. Feel your movement down. Quickly and easily down, a little faster. Ride the drum beats through the stuff of the earth. Let it be easy. Now begin to wonder, where's this amazing place full of animals down through the earth? Somewhere below you, there is a membrane, a boundary, some kind of invisible portal. And when you pass through the intervening space, you will be in another place. The place where there are power animals, full of light, full of delight, waiting for you. Go quickly down and go ahead and pass through the intervening space. Go through the semi-permeable membrane that will let you through as a being of light. Go through and find yourself in an opened up space. Huge, open, bright. And now that you are in the space of the animals, the lower world, call your power animal to you. It's enough to say, I call my power animal for today. Come. And your animal comes. Now when you call your animal comes. Notice what you feel. Do you perceive? Do you see? Do you hear something? Do you know there's a presence? Whatever you perceive, the more you notice, the more there will be to notice. And you may also give permission. Speak to the presence you feel or sense or see in some way and say, come closer, I want to see you clearly. I want to feel you vividly. Come close. And whatever form or feeling presents, address as though this is your animal. Here is your animal. And in your own mind, ask the presence. Touch their consciousness with your consciousness and ask, are you my power animal? Feel the answer. Are you my animal? Now, whatever that answer seems to be, I want you to ask another question, a very important question. Ask the presence you sense, are you here for my highest good? Are you here for my highest good? And feel the answer. Does it feel like a yes, a no, or maybe? This answer needs to be a yes. Are you here for my highest good? This must be yes. If it is anything but yes, send the animal away, push them away with your light, and move through this realm and call your power animal who is here for your highest good. Yes. Have your yes, your knowing, when you feel that is true. Yes, this being is here for your highest good. Good. Then and only then, move forward into the stuff of the animal. Notice sights, sounds. Allow your knowing. Move forward and touch. Go very close. Notice what naturally happens next. And begin to gather all of the gifts, known and unknown, the feeling of freedom, any feeling of movement, and the stuff of your animal, the feeling, the energy, the information. And bring as much as you want back into your physical body. during your next inhale. Pull from all of the realms into your body. Feel your breath moving in your body once again, and just allow a tiny bit of movement. Wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit. And take everything that you want and leave anything that you don't wish to take in the realms where it was. And come all the way back into your body, feeling once again your own heartbeat, your breath moving. Maybe keep your eyes closed a little longer, but take a gentle stretch. And decide for yourself how much of your animal's consciousness and energy and medicine you'd like to have. From stay around me and send me messages, all the way to come in here, come and breathe with me, merge. Decide on the level of merging you would like. Do what feels best. And then once again, be in your own individual space, your body rooted into earth, connected to nature, your energy field, sovereign, personal space around your own body. Come back to your individual point of view. And when you'd like, go ahead and open your eyes. And if you did bring an animal, my intention is to help you seal it in. Give it time to integrate. Come on back when you're ready. Now, when you're all the way back, welcome. I hope you feel good. I want to make sure if you have any questions about what you got, what you didn't get, what worked and what didn't work, that you have a chance to ask for clarity. I think we all are here for you if you have any questions. Good. Michael, you back? Are you in your body? I need to know these things.
More or
Bless
less.
you.
Excuse me. I had a weird thing, like in anticipation, a part of my, I don't know, part of my brain, my mind, my something said, I don't know why, but it's going to be an ocelot. and, you know, to be perfectly honest, I thought that it was kind of a cool response only because I don't exactly know what an ocelot is or much about them.
It's oddly specific.
It's like, so it didn't feel like the sort of thing I would normally make up. But then actually, when we got to this place in the process, it was a great elk. Actually, it was a whole different thing. And I do remember being relieved that it wasn't an ocelot.
I'm going to say I've been doing this work a lot of years. The elk feels important. Now, what I would say, and thank you for being my guinea pig demo and telling everybody what your animal was. I like to go and look up different people's spiritual interpretation, the spiritual symbolism of elk. What is it? And then I go through there like, I don't know, you scan it and see what pops out. Because there might be, a bunch of stuff, but there's something for you. And that aha that you would get in like a, if you did parts therapy or you took an inner world journey like this, the thing that you need more than anything, is it in there? I would like to know.
It might be there's I was trying to figure out what are these qualities, and what I felt was just majestic and dignity and strength and just really cool stuff that I hadn't expected to encounter. And
I would do this just because it feels good. I got to fly. I was sort of talking to you, so it's a little hard to walk and chew gum, but I got an animal today that flies. I got to fly, and I was so relieved. It just feels good, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, anybody have any trouble? Let's troubleshoot.
I didn't get anything, but I can say, oh, sorry, my fault. I forgot about my headphone. It's Karen. Do you see my hand?
I see you there. Yes,
Hi.
yes, hi.
I did not get anything, but I was completely one with the drums and all the other things that you were making noise with, but I didn't get anything. But I was like, please don't stop doing that.
I feel like that's a kind of a calling because those of us that get into this stuff, we get into it because of the drums. We're like, oh, give me that. I need more of that. Like, you could get this a little hard for you to maybe see. They're not that big. You can get these,
Okay.
right? And then we have people paint our animal on them.
Okay.
Drumming for yourself just to go into the trance state without any content heals your body. Don't you feel good? It feels
I
good.
do. I felt very sad that you were going to end this. I was like, please don't end that. Yes. It was like I was a vibration.
The drumming portion was about 10 minutes.
Oh, it felt forever. It felt like there was no time.
Good.
Thank you.
I love that. Also, if you were kind of put to sleep, sometimes the best thing for you is maybe not what I'm talking about or not what we're supposed to go see, but right, you get that sort of psychic surgery. We connected to nature so well. So well. You could use the recording and go back in and just do it again.
I just want to make sure before we run out of time that we get to Jen's question. She's got her hand.
Jen's question. I would love to hear Jen's question. Can you? Yeah.
So I've done this before, and I'm excited to do it again, and I will go back and listen to the recording. But two things that happened. One was when you mentioned ancestors and stuff. I don't know. I was always like, who are my ancestors? I don't know who are my ancestors and what are they? Like I felt this happened more in the past than today. And then my animal, didn't appear. And so I don't stress over it. I was just like, it will appear. And like, I'll try to dream tonight and find an animal that will help me. But yeah, I feel like there's this, how come an animal doesn't appear? Anyway, that's my curious.
I know, and you mentioned that you've done this before. If you like it, keep doing it. The first time I went to do one of these, I got a big blank nothing because I was so sure I knew what it was going to be, and what was trying to come to me wasn't that. And so, right, you kind of block it because you're in here like wrestling mentally. But I like that you could look for the same animal showing up 3 times as a synchronicity. If you see something or a reference or a picture or somebody mentions and it ends up, right, it's like a Michael's ocelot. If you go over the next 3 days and 3 different people say something about ocelots to you, that's pretty weird, right? Then your animal came to you.
Well, just don't say it around Siri.
I know, yeah.
Listen, I hate to do this.
Beautiful. Thank you.
It is our time. And we really have a commitment to running this railroad on a time schedule, so folks can get about what they want to do. But just as a last thing, I'm wondering, could we maybe I can put it in the chat room. Could we put your email address in there or something? How can people get in touch with you if they'd like to?
Honestly, I would much rather just have a text or a phone call if you don't mind.
Okay.
Is that legal? Can I do that?
Sure. Of course, people that see the replay won't see this, but I am in the chat room going to put a text number for you. That's all right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did it.
Okay.
I did it.
Yeah, but since they can't see it, tell it to us. Let's just say it out loud so they can write it down.
Go ahead, please.
If it's on the recording, let's put my email on the recording. Just use my name here, but it's going to be Liana X Soria @gmail.com. So LIANA letter X SORIA, no periods, no nothing. Liana X Soria @gmail.com. Let's do that. And then if you have the chat open, give me a text because I could talk about this all day, every day. If you have any questions, and I'm seeing that you know, a lot of you saw a lot of things.
So the text number is 707-298-1932.
Yes, please. That would be great. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, it's been
I love
lovely,
this.
and now I wish we could hang a little longer. I'd love to, but we do have to go. So I'll look forward to talking to you, Liana, soon. And I really appreciate what it is that you brought to us tonight, and everybody else gathered around. What we do at the end is we invite you all to open up your microphones so that you can communicate all at once in a great cacophonous symphony of love and appreciation. How glad we were that you were here with us tonight. So thank you so much,
Thank
Liana.
you,
And
Thank
Liana.
you.
forward to seeing
Thank
It's
down there.
so
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In
Thank
Monet.
you,
In
Liana.
Monet.
Thank you very much.
In
Kelly
Monet.
Woods joins us in February. Don't miss it. Kelly T.
Kelly
Woods
Woods.
will join us
Yes.
to talk about relationships in February.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks,
All right.
Liana. Take care,
In
everyone.
in
Bye,
Monet,
everyone.
Liana. Thank you.
Thank you.